not having him around might take some getting used to.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Pistons, Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Johnson is out there with Harris, and it's Drummond in at the center position. Harris kicks to Drummond. Rebound, San Antonio, fresh from a win against Portland.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Jackson with it. Leonard picks him up. Fires from 14. Jackson gets the bucket.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Jackson against Parker. The pass to Dedmon. Shot clock at 6. The drive by Green. Can't get it to go. The Pistons go the other way with it, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. They set the pick for 3. That's in. He found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's Drummond. His last outing, he had 8 points.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Parker drives in. Shot off the screen. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. Detroit leading by 4. Jackson dishes to Caldwell Pope. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. There's a good screen. The drive by Jackson. That's good. Jackson's got 6.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Here's Dedmon, coming off a solid outing against Portland. Feeds to Leonard. Dishes to Dedmon. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Harris.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
San Antonio shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. He hits both from the stripe. The Pistons leading. Outside Jackson. Inside. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. The Pistons shooting their first foul shots of the night here. And he knocks down the first one. He's off on the second. The Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Leonard against Johnson. Dedmon kicks to Aldridge. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Jackson with it. Now Green defending to the inside. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Spurs trail by 3. Outside Leonard. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
When you can make adjustments to the shot in midair and midstream and still knock it down, you know you're flowing.
Green against Jackson. Pass to Caldwell Pope for the 3. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Caldwell Pope's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Pistons.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Pau Gasol is checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. And Detroit with a change here, too. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Tobias Harris. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Tries again. Here's Gasol. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to... the D.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Outside Jackson. Passes to Drummond. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge. He's checked in for Detroit. Clock at 6. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Parker with the steal. And here we go. Parker heading to the hoop. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Jackson has the open look. Hits the three-point bomb. Jackson's got 9.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Jackson kicks to Johnson. Here's Marjanovic, defended by Gasol. Pass to Plumlee. Johnson the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Jackson. And that one goes long.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Leonard, no luck.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Here's Marjanovic. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Well, if you like offense, that's what you're getting here early on.
This has a little bit of playground feel to it, fellas. I mean, forget about defending. Just outscore the other team. Let it fly.
Now, here's Parker. A 14-point game for him in the win against Portland.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Pistons. Crabbe comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Detroit's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Jackson drives in, and they double up Jackson. And the wide-open shot from Morris. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thank you, Kevin. A bit ago, Stan Van Gundy and I were able to chat. With this being their first meeting of the year, he stressed to his team to rely on their instincts on the offensive end, saying, "We do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses and not forcing anything. As long as we can continue doing that here, we'll be in good shape." We'll see if that holds true, guys.
Good report, Doris. Well said. Thanks. Hey, an interesting thing to address before the game.
Yeah, and clearly the coach has been hammering home the point to his guys that good shot selection is absolutely key.
And I don't think you can ever overemphasize that point. I mean, intelligent basketball is about being selective with your shots. And I think that's what will win the game for them.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
That's tipped. 1:15 left to play in the first. It's Jackson with the drive. That's a miss. It's miss number 2 in shots from the floor. And a fast break now for the Spurs. No good from Clark. Detroit leading by 5. Morris outside. Ball's knocked loose. Mills with the steal. Rebounded by the Pistons. And this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just 2 powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game, Greg. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
And San Antonio has possession following Marcus Morris's 3. Here's Simmons. 9 points last game out. San Antonio again missing. Crabbe kicks to Jackson. With 4 seconds on the clock. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Pistons lead by 8. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be... And LaMarcus Aldridge, the franchise player on this team, without question. He talked about the response.
In every aspect, you know, it's a change for us, being more vocal.
Greg, does that acceptance come with putting a whole lot more pressure on yourself? And if so, what does that do to LaMarcus Aldridge's game?
And, you know, Kevin, that's what's going to be so interesting to find out. Now, some players, you know, they really relish in that situation. They rise to that occasion. And others, I don't want to say they wilt under the pressure, but they're just not comfortable in that environment. And in the NBA, you get to do it on TV and in front of thousands in person.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
We've got Kawhi Leonard, who's out there with David Lee, and it's Clark in at the 3 spot. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
Here's Harris, and there's another one for the Pistons.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
Here's Clark. Crabbe pulls it in.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Leonard, the pass to Lee, and stolen by Drummond. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Harris against Lee, and it's Harris off the drive. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Spurs trail by 10. Clark kicks to Lee. Spurs working the ball around now. And that one's good. Simmons. The Pistons have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. To the middle. Stolen. To the paint. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break. It's deflected. Leonard with the steal, and the Spurs pushing it up now. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
Detroit calls timeout. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Caldwell Pope dishes to Lure. Drummond a screen. Here's Harris. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Harris has got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Nice job coming off that screen. Parker's got his first 2 points.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Here's Crabbe. Lee gets the rebound.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
Yeah, they got hot. And I didn't think I'd be saying this a little while ago, but now this game's up for grabs.
The feed to Crabbe. Back to Harris. Lots of room. Again, the Pistons score.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Parker passes to Lee. Back to Parker. Lee sets a screen for Parker. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pistons.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
And the Pistons making a change here. Johnson's checked in. It's stolen by Green. Right side Leonard. The baseline J. And it's good in the assist by Parker. Parker's got assist number 5 here tonight. Here's Crabbe. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Johnson kicks to Harris. To the left side wing. Caldwell Pope. That's short off the rim.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Leonard on the wing. Pulls up from the corner. And it's San Antonio with another.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Parker's shot is off. Detroit's gone along perfectly from three-point range tonight. They've gone 5 for 5. And the foul called on Daniel Green. That is his first foul of the game. San Antonio making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. Plumlee is checked in for Detroit. Jackson comes in for Caldwell Pope. On defense, the Spurs. On the wing, Jackson, guarded by Green. Goes up on the high post. They get it back. Kicks it out to Johnson. Nailed from three-point land. And the Pistons lead by 3.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Parker outside. Gasol, a screen on Jackson. Right side, Green. Just 5 on the clock. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Parker. Harris dishes to Crabbe. It's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. With a break in the action, let's see which teams have come away with the most steals in the NBA this season. Number 1, the Spurs. 5th on the list, the Pistons.
Well, they're defensive-minded teams. Both of these teams are. They really pride themselves on making their opponents uncomfortable, and they get up into them, and because they do, they're able to get deflections that lead to steals, and that leads to points for them.
Dedmon kicks to Gasol, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee. San Antonio shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for the Spurs, and then for Detroit, he's checked in for Harris. And Morris subbed in for Allen Crabbe.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Morris outside. He kicks it to Johnson. He dishes it to Jackson. Johnson sends the screen for Jackson. Johnson, the pass to Morris. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. Morris has got 8 points.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will to date.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from him.
A 3 from Leonard. The rebound by Johnson.
And if they know what's good for him, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball into three-point territory.
And you're right there, Clark, because anything less than lockdown defense on him is going to result in a trip.
And he gets it to go. And it's an 8-point Piston lead.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Nobody near Leonard. Again, Leonard missing.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
It's Jackson with the drive. Marjanovic loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. He's got 6.
Nice bucket there. I mean, they are playing really, really smart basketball.
IQ basketball, smartphone basketball, whatever you want to call it. Even though the lead's not that large, they're still in charge right now.
And the Spurs making a change here. Spurs trail by 10. Now here's Mills. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Aldridge. No good again that time. Detroit's gone off with a 3-pointer tonight. They're a perfect 7 of 7. Morris kicks to Jackson. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Really an extraordinary game for Jackson. He's got 11 points and 7 assists.
The Pistons shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Morris, and it's denied. Mills with it. 1:25 left to play here in the half. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee.
And checking out some numbers here for LaMarcus Aldridge. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 1st in blocks, 1st in free throw percentage, and he's right there among the most efficient scorers in our league. 3rd overall in field goal percentage.
Boy, and he's been a human highlight reel all season. Clearly the best shot blocker in the game right now.
Unloads from 13. That one's in there. The Detroit lead is cut down now to just 10 in the basket from Simmons. And here are the Pistons now. They're on a 14-4 run. Here's Jackson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Taking a look at San Antonio. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, the Golden State Warriors, 4.5 games behind.
And when I look at San Antonio, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And they're not a team that other teams look forward to facing. They're only going to get scarier the deeper into the season we get.
And just solid play out of them that time.
Passes it to Plumlee. Here's Marjanovic. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists in the game.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Gasol is screen on Jackson. And here's Mills from the arc. That's good. Mills has got 6.
Well, he's really starting to get in the flow now. A nice groove. That's his second here in the quarter, after none in the first.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Jackson. B the pass to Plumlee. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Jackson, that's good.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
8 seconds left here in the second. Now Mills. And the first half is now.
Coach, you're going to have to climb a bit of a hill here in the second half. What are you telling your guys they need to do to turn this thing around?
I think we just moved the ball a little bit. We were just on the dribble a little bit too much, and they've got a lot of pressure out there, so the ball's got to move.
Coach, thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you at the table.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal. And the story early on was Reggie Jackson, who was on fire. He ended up with 17 points, 7 assists, and 1 rebound. Taking a look at the Pistons, Shaq, what did you think?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. One of the stories here, Reggie Jackson getting it done today.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Andre Drummond is out there with Tobias Harris. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. And it's good.
That is an elegant move to drop in the floater there, guys.
Green dishes to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Looking for Aldridge. He gets it there. And there's a call on Tobias Harris. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
And San Antonio has possession, trailing by 13. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Spurs have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
Drummond with a screen on Green. Jackson kicks to Drummond. Leonard with the steal. It's stolen by Johnson. Here we go, one-on-one. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Pistons shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. That free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
Taking 2 shots.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
Checking out the game Kentavious Caldwell Pope is having. He's got 11 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs so far.
Don't stop. Don't hesitate. Keep firing from out there when the shot's falling like this. Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Jackson drives in. It's tipped. Now here's the fast break. Parker leads.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
Green kicks to Leonard. Back to Green. Here's the 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Green's got 6 points.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And now, your Spurs dance team.
David Lee checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge.
One more time, key and going for your Silver Dancers.
On defense, the Spurs, 9-point game. Outside Jackson. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. Drummond with a screen on Parker. Here's Caldwell Pope. Johnson wide open. He hits the front of the rim and out. Spurs have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Green, the pass to Dedmon. And here is Green. He has 6. Dedmon dishes to Parker. They set the pick. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Parker's got 5 now.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Drummond with a screen on Green. Johnson in the corner. The dish to Drummond. Poked away. In transition, here come the Spurs. Leonard's got the ball. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. 16 points for him.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Green kicks to Parker. Puts it up from 15. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And it's sent back by Drummond. And it's Johnson penetrating. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. San Antonio making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. Lewis checked in for Detroit. They set the pick. Jackson passes to Harris. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Lee's checked in for San Antonio. And a switcher also for Detroit. Crabs checked in. Outside Jackson. Jacks up a three. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Parker dishes to Aldridge. Down low to end the run. Lee can't hit. And Detroit the other way now.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder, how much can they win by?
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it. You can see it. In part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
Jackson with it. Now Green defending. A floater. Green with the block. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. That's good. 7 points for Tony Parker.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Aldridge against Harris. And the rejection by Leonard. And the Spurs pushing it up now. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Parker.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Down low, 13 feet away. And it's Lure with the rebound. Pistons leading by 10. Outside Jackson. Kicks it to Drummond. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
San Antonio making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. And then for Detroit, Plumlee is checked in for John Lure, and Morris subbed in for Harris.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Yeah, at this level, you got to make that shot. It's plain and simple. You got to knock that one down.
Picked by Lee. Leonard attacking. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter. Jackson against Green. Inside. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard.
He's checked in for Drummond. Spurs trail by 10. Gasol a screen. Parker kicks to Gasol, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Detroit gets called for the foul. The Spurs have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. Gasol drops 2.
It's been fun to watch Gasol in this one. He's got 8 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
And you can't undervalue the importance of that. Many times a game comes down to which team wins the free throw battle.
Crab, good.
Even double team. He had the vision to see the open man.
The Spurs have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Parker kicks to Leonard. He feeds it to Gasol. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
On the wing, Jackson, headed by Green. Here's Marjanovic. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
And it's Lee penetrating. Here's Leonard to the paint. Lee passes to Green. Another shot. Lets it go with the 3. Again, the miss by Green.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Leonard with the steal. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-tazzle on that one.
Jackson kicks to Morris. There's a screen. Leonard with the steal. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Here's Jackson. Sinks the three-pointer. Jackson's got 10 points here in the second half.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
Parker against Jackson. Lee sets a screen for Parker. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Lee.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks that Coach drew up.
Pistons passing it around. 5 to shoot, and the shot is good. Morris has got 13.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Outside Leonard. On the wing, Green. From the arc. Shot is off. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Pistons lead by 9. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. And Detroit has possession. At one point, they led by 16. They've got Pau Gasol. Bill's out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Clark in at the 3. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. They grab their own miss. Here's Mills. And the pass to Aldridge. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Clark. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Clark's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Spurs. Caldwell-Pope pushes to Drummond. They retain possession. And it's Harris off the drive. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. And the Pistons lead by 9.
They've done a terrific job of getting offensive rebounds and then converting those here in the second half. It's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but they've turned them all into points.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Here's Mills. The rebound by Caldwell-Pope. Caldwell-Pope's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Johnson, the pass to Lewis. Here's Caldwell-Pope. He's feeling it. Good on the shot. And now it's an 11-point Detroit lead.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
And that one's good. Simmons.
Boy, a fantastic job by Aldridge to lay into that defender on the screen.
Pistons leading by 9. Johnson attacking. The rebound by the Spurs. Aldridge has got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Simmons kicks to Gasol. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Pau Gasol. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Aldridge with a screen on Johnson. Aldridge misses.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and from contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
The Pistons making a change here. Jackson's checked in.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Drummond dishes to Jackson. Here's the 3. San Antonio with the rebound. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And Simmons kicks to Dedmon. Feeds to Aldridge. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Aldridge has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question, I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Here's Simmons. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
Uses both hands to slam it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, but if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And it's Harris off the drive. Drummond in the post. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. And Simmons kicks to Clark. And that one's on target from the wing. Now just a 5-point Piston lead.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Drummond the screen. Here's Jackson right through the D for the layup. Jackson's got 29 in the game.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job. It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation. And, you know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you make some adjustments.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He told them, hey, guys, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. We're still alive in this thing. All we need to do is rely on each other. Let's stay aggressive, stick together, and play as a team. We're coming back. Back to you, Kevin.
And that one falls for Johnson. Spurs trail by 12. Parker passes to Leonard. Aldridge dishes to Simmons. Aldridge a screen. And Simmons kicks to Aldridge. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Jackson passes to Drummond. Caldwell Pope, it's good from long range. Caldwell Pope's got 11 points in the quarter.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Aldridge against Drummond. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Well, how about LaMarcus Aldridge in this one? He has 17 points, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
To the inside. It's tipped. Jackson against Parker. Aldridge drives in. Got that bucket in no time at all. Aldridge has got 20.
Well, he's having a monster fourth quarter here, making all but one of his 6 shots. He's been just what they needed when they needed it.
Jackson dishes to Drummond. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Pistons lead by 10.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here's Aldridge. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And he makes both free throws.
Boy, perfect half at the free throw line for him. That'll help their comeback effort for real.
And Clark, those free throws need to continue if they're going to get back in this game.
To the paint. It's tipped. Harris kicks to Caldwell Pope.
Spurs foul. Simmons. That's his 3rd personal foul.
Off the inbound. And Drummond throws it down.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Good.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the boards.
Yeah, you know, but down the stretch here, guys, they'll summon that extra effort to try and get it done, I think.
Jackson against Parker. Johnson goes in. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Leonard's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play it.
Jackson against Parker. Outside Jackson. But Trey. Rebounded by the Spurs. Leonard's got 7 rebounds in the game. That one goes. Count. Now just a 4-point Piston lead.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're up by 4. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. .135 left in the fourth quarter. Drummond the screen. Jackson passes to Caldwell Pope. Second chance shot, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Left side Leonard. Nice pass. Right into the Now just a 2-point Piston lead. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They lead by 2. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Jackson. Dishes it to Caldwell Pope. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. And again, San Antonio running the court in transition.
Boy, it's a scary sight when Kawhi Leonard starts lighting it up like this.
56 seconds left in the fourth. Parker against Jackson. And nothing is falling for him right now. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
Now here's Parker. Gasol is screen on Jackson to take the lead. And stolen by Drummond. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Count it.
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They trail by 2. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
Yeah, and in this case, you debate often. You hear guys debate whether to take a 2 for the tie or a 3 to win. In my case, with this situation, I think you go hard inside and see if you can get a good shot in close.
Simmons dishes to Aldridge. Pass to Leonard. Ooh, offline. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead. San Antonio calls timeout. They trail by 3. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
Well, I think the clock's a little short here for that. I mean, I'm not quite sold on the quick 2. I think they've got to look for a quality 3 to try to tie this thing up based on where the clock is right now.
On deep. And so it's the Pistons who come out on top here. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Reggie Jackson. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team.
Listen up, everybody. Reggie Jackson, he can bring it. He's got a lot of skills. He can pass, he can dribble, he can shoot. And tonight, he brought them all. He's a dangerous player when he's focused and locked in.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.